It's so good to see you.
Pleasure.
So good to see
you. Your fabulous voice. It's like little happy Scott. You're going to make us feel good about everything. Lovely.
Well, we try.
Oh, you do. No, you do very well. You do very well.
Do you know your boy's coming in to see us? Your Colin's coming in to see us.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
He's. You know, it's funny. In the United States, A Hologram for the King and Elvis Nixon, or Nixon and Elvis, I'm thinking, opened on the same day. And at the ArcLight Cinema in Hollywood, they have my movie and his movie right next to each other on the website. It's so much fun. So which Hanks do you want to see today? Want to see me? Want to see the kid? Make your choice. But you don't have much choice. You're going to have to see one of us.
Exactly.
Make so choose wisely.
No, he was brilliant in Fargo. I loved him.
Oh,
Wasn't that great?
Oh my God. You know, when you see, I remember, I don't know if you have kids, but when
got one daughter.
so you go see them in the high school play, right?
Yes.
And they're up there in the high school play, and we were watching at some point. And there's my son, and I went like, oh my Lord, oh, he can do this if he wants to. He just, you know, he's got it. If he wants to do it, he can do it. That's exciting to see.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And now he is.
So this film, you loved the book.
I did, yeah.
And that's how it all really came together?
Well, Tom Tykwer, my fabulous German director, he had said, do you know this Dave Eggers? And I said, yes, I do. I've read a bunch of his stuff. Well, have you read this Hologram? I said, no. But then I took a read of it, and much like Tom Tykwer, I thought, oh, I couldn't predict where the book was going. I thought there could be a very unique and real, authentic movie that everybody could recognize themselves in. Perhaps.
No, for sure. No, you're absolutely right. It put me in mind in some ways of Lost in Translation.
A little bit.
Only because, I mean, it's a completely different film, but only because of that disconnect. You know, that poor guy that finds himself in that situation.
That time jet lag in a hotel that he can't figure out how to work. You know, Bill Murray in Lost in Translation, it's a show business story.
For sure.
And I said, okay, that's great. The fact that we are going to not be a show business story, we'll put it in a vernacular that might be a little less, what's the word I'm looking for, might have a little bit more purchase to it.
Right.
You know, if you're an actor somewhere, what's expected of you, really?
For sure.
Get your picture taken, say a couple of witty things, talk to a lovely lady on TV. That's a pretty good gig. But, you know, if you're trying to sell a piece of technology to a king of some foreign land, well, the stakes are raised.
The thing about you is you always make it look effortless.
Well, that's my job.
No, but I know, but not, a lot of people don't. I mean, with you, it's just instantly although you've got one of the most recognisable faces in the world.
Okay, all right.
You just, but you believe instantly you are the character. It's not Tom Hanks, it's that man.
Well,
do you know what I mean? And that doesn't
Well, that's
happen
nice,
with
thank you.
everybody.
But it's always about, okay, what's the reality of the thing that we're shooting here right now? The reality is we're in a car for a really long time. Now, there's instantaneous glamour about that because you're making a movie about it and it's up there. But the reality is, well, we just got to settle down and be in a car for a really long time.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I had arguments over and over again about wearing sunglasses, particularly in the car, because I said, guys, honestly, if I'm in a car for 4 hours in Saudi Arabia, I think I'm going to wear sunglasses.
You would.
And then Tom Tykwer would say, "Ooh, but then we can't see your eyes, or we won't know what's going on." I said, "Believe me, I'll communicate what's going on. Don't worry." And then Frank, the cinematographer, said, "Oh, the reflections. I don't know what we'll do." And then they'd spray paint it with this matte black paint that would take away the reflections, but then you can't see out of the sunglasses.
Right.
So we ended up saying, guys, I'm wearing sunglasses because I'm hungover, I'm tired, and that's what people do. So, if you notice in the movie, when I'm wearing sunglasses, I always have my head down like this a little bit. Because as soon as you raise them up, you can see the reflections of all the lights.
All the movie tricks.
Yeah, yeah. The little. Did I just give away a movie trick? Cut that out. Don't show that movie trick. It all happens exactly as you see it.
Now look, I can't believe this, Mr. Tom Hanks.
Bring it on.
That you're going to be 60.
I am going to be 60.
It's ridiculous.
I thought you said I'm going to be sexy.
But
I'll take that too.
That too.
Believe me, I'll she said it. She said it. Yes, I'm going to be 60, yeah.
No, how did that happen?
Well, you know, 1956, peak year for births in the United States of America. I have to tell you though, you know, okay, you go back, okay, I'm 60. I feel like I'm 44. Okay. And when I was 44, I felt like I was 36.
Yeah.
And I was 36, I felt like I was 24. And when I was 24, I felt like I was 18.
Sure.
So I feel like I'm 18.
Well, you don't look that much more.
Can you tell by this high-pitched voice of mine? I even sound like I'm 18. So I don't feel okay. A couple of little. No, I don't even have aches and pains that I can because I started stretching. You know.
Oh, you doing yoga?
I started doing the yoga in the morning.
That's a really, really good thing.
It's the greatest thing you could possibly.
Proper.
But you don't want to go like, you know.
Too kind of new
No,
agey.
you don't want to like put on yoga pants and burn incense and have, you know, wind chime music doing
you
it.
can just do the
I just turn on the radio really loud and, you know, count it out and do it. And I view it as glorified sit-ups.
Glorified sit-ups.
That's what I
like
say.
that.
I don't, because when you say, oh, I do yoga now, they automatically, oh, and are you reading Siddhartha?
Yeah.
And no. So I call it, oh, I did my glorified sit-ups this morning. Then they think you're a he-man.
I like glorified sit-ups.
Yeah.
I think that's a wonderful thing to do. Are you going to have a great big giant party?
No, I'll have the best parties to have, because quite frankly, you know, you go into a big party usually has a red carpet and photographers. I've lived enough of that.
You do that. You
So
have to
I
do
will
that in the day
hopefully
job.
I will have my kids around
Excellent.
who will call me an idiot and say bad things about me. And you know, I'll have some friends over. And what would you like to have? I get to boss everybody around for an entire day,
Excellent.
which is a tradition in our family. Anybody whose birthday it is gets to get up and say, "Today is my birthday, and you shall take me seriously." And whether or not they live up to that promise of the course of the time I go to bed at night. Never happens, but I'm going to take a shot.
Listen, thank you.
My
I could talk to
pleasure.
you for ages. You're so easy to
I
talk
know,
to. I wish they were all like you. Can you go back to Hollywood Land and tell them to all be like you?
To Hollywood Land? And how do you get to Hollywood Land exactly?
On a magic carpet.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have to take a secret
Unicorns.
rocket ship in order to get to Hollywood Land? And do you breathe the air? Do they eat the food? How do they live there in Hollywood Land? You know, Hollywood Land is really the Slauson Avenue exit off the Santa Monica Freeway. That's where Hollywood Land is.
Well, tell them all.
I will say hello to you.
Thank you. Not one person has got a bad word to say about your dad.
Oh, well, I don't think you're trying hard enough, to be quite honest.
You've got the same sense of humour.